2 minutes to curtain. Do I even have a cast? I'm just curious. Oh, hallelujah, props too. Great, yeah, bring him stage left. Go, go, move. Ladies, you look fantastic. We're gonna hit our marks today, right? Yes. All right, hey, you look gorgeous, beautiful. You were a little pitchy last night. Hey, you just sing the right notes, all right? That's all I'm saying. All right?
I should be playing this part. Did I sleep with you for nothing?
You're a corpse. Go, go. Where's the new guy? Hey, how you feeling? You nervous?
Hey, I just have a problem with this line that you gave.
Oh, you have a problem with the line? What is the problem? Look, just do it the way we rehearsed it, okay? Go.
Okay, I got it. Jeez.
Look, you're gonna light up the stage today. I promise you. All right, places, everybody. Lights. Magic. Join us, leave your field to flower. Join us, leave your cheese to sour. Join us, come and waste an hour or two. Doodle-doo, journey to a spot exciting, mystic and exotic. Journey through our anecdotic review. We've got magic to do just for you. We've got miracle place to play. We've got parts to perform, hearts to warm, kings and things to take by storm as we go along our way.
Intrigue, plots to bring disaster. Humor, handled by our master. Romance, sex presented pastorally.
Dee-dee-dee.
Illusion, fantasy to study, battles barbarous and bloody.
Join us, sit where everybody can see. We got magic to do just for you. We got miracle place to play. We got parts to perform, hearts to warm, kings and things to take by storm as we go along our way. Thank you for coming out today. I hope you enjoyed the show.
Thank you so much.
Can you see in the back there? Nice. It's a nice thing about Star Playhouse, not a bad seat in the house. There might be a little audience participation later on. I hope you'll join us. We got magic to do just for you. We got miracle place to play. We got parts to perform, hearts to warm, kings and things to take by storm as we go along our way. We got magic for you. 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 We got magic to do as we go along. Hey. entertainment pleasure, we present our most mysterious and miraculous tale. A stunning example of
Magic and merriment.
You will witness acts of
Murder. Holy war.
and a climax. Ladies and gentlemen, a climax you will remember for the rest of your lives. Not now. Later. Our tale today concerns the firstborn son of Charlemagne and is entitled Pippin.
His life and times.
But before we begin, there have been many misconceptions about Pippin. One, that he was,
A hunchback.
that he was,
Enormously tall.
that he was,
Extremely short.
that he was.
Completely bald at the age of 14.
I did not know that. But I beg you, cast all previous misconceptions aside. The life of Pippin begins as his childhood ends.
His last day at the University of Padua, where his father had sent him.
So that he may embark upon his life with a maximum of choices.
And possibilities.
Pippin so distinguished himself at university that the faculty bestowed upon him the special title of
Scholar of the House.
And Pippin replied in his own deeply moving words. He may be a bit nervous. This is his first time playing the role.
Could I have some more lights, please?
Well, I guess he's not that nervous now, is he?
Thank you. Gentle tutors, respected members of the faculty, I'm very grateful for the knowledge you've given me, but I'm afraid what I'm looking for can't be found in books.
And Pippin made a promise.
I promise not to waste my life on commonplace, ordinary pursuits. I'm going to live a life that's extraordinary. I know there's something, I can't quite find the word for it.
Fulfilling? Something completely fulfilling.
Yeah, that's it, something completely fulfilling. And I'm going to find it. I'm not exactly sure what I want to do or where I want to go. Everything has its season, everything has its time. Show me a reason, I'll soon show you a rhyme. Cats fit on the windowsill, children fit in the snow. So why do I feel I don't fit in anywhere I go? Rivers belong where they can ramble. Eagles belong where they can fly. I've got to be where my spirit can run free. Gotta find my corner of the sky. Every man has his daydream, every man has his goal. People like the way dreams have of sticking to the soul. Thunderclouds have their lightning, nightingales have their song. And don't you see I want my life to be something more than long. Rivers belong where they can ramble. Eagles belong where they can fly. I've got to be where my spirit can run free. Gotta find my corner of the sky. So many men seem destined to settle for something small, but I won't rest until I know I have it all. So don't ask where I'm going, just listen when I'm gone. And far away you'll hear me singing softly to the dawn. Rivers belong where they can ramble. Eagles belong where they can fly. You've got to be where my spirit can run free. Gotta find my corner of the sky.
Nice kid. We got a live one. Diddly-dee, journey, journey to a spot exciting, mystic and exotic, journey through our anecdotic review. The royal court of Charles the Great. Enter Charlemagne.
This part is to be played by an actor of enormous power.
A giant on the battlefield and in the bedroom.
Thank you.
We join Charles in the midst of his daily royal council. It's been a long day.
Sire, I humbly beseech you, please reduce my levies of foot soldiers and...
Denied. Next.
Oh, great leader, sent to us by God, blessed by heaven.
What is all this bullshit again?
Sire,
What is it?
due to the famine, my fields are barren. I ask you to...
Denied. Next.
Sire,
Denied.
What? But sire, I protest that is unjust and tyrannical.
Take that man away and hang him.
Mommy!
Now out. Out, everybody out.
No, wait, sire!
I said everybody out.
Father, it's me, Pippin.
Pippin? Pippin! Wait, why are you here?
I'm home. I finished school.
Already? How was it?
Oh, very well, Father. Some of my
Oh,
tutors...
good. I am a great believer in education.
And yet you've become the most powerful man in the world without it.
The most powerful man in the world. What about the Pope?
Oh, I rank you ahead of the Pope, sir.
And I happen to agree with you. Well, Pippin, good to see you.
Wait, Father,
Oh, you know we have a library now. Maybe you can find a book.
Thank you.
After all, tomorrow is for you.
But it's still today.
Yes, but for how long? You'll see, Pippin. A sunrise and sunset are similar, but they are not identical.
Father, what does that even mean?
Enter Louis. Pippin's half-brother, and after Pippin, heir to the throne. Addicted to the physical, Louis loved weightlifting. Louis loves wrestling. But most of all, Louis loves Louis. Ha! Visigoth! Ha! 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 Ha!
Well done, brother.
Of course it was. Did you know that this arm slew 20 Frisians last year? And it's going to slew even more Visigoths.
You're going to war against the Visigoths?
Yes, that's the next one. Oh, it's going to be a glorious campaign. And oh, those Visigoth women. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to shock your bookish sensibilities.
I'm only shocked you're interested in women now.
Enter Pastrana. Pippin's stepmother. Crafty. Cunning. Calculating.
But a warm and wonderful mother.
Dedicated to gaining the throne for her darling son, Louis.
Louis! Louis! Guess what Mommy had made for you? By all means, move at a glacial pace. You know how that thrills me. Surprise!
Thank you, Mommy. Mother. Look how shiny I'll be. Take a look at this. Isn't it beautiful?
It really is beautiful.
Of course it's beautiful. Louis is a great warrior.
Ha! Visigoth! Ha! 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 Ha!
We're so proud of Louis, aren't we, dear? Oh, my darling, before I forget, the royal treasurer informs me that I'm so overdrawn my allowance account.
You've overdrawn again?
Now, my lord. No, how confused I get about money.
After all, I am just an ordinary housewife and mother.
Just like all you housewives and mothers out there.
You know, sometimes I wonder if the fornicating I'm getting is worth the fornicating I'm getting.
Father, I know what I want to do now.
Oh, what? Oh, good.
I want to be a soldier.
What? Denied!
Father, I'm your oldest son. That means I'll be king one day. And fighting wars is an important part of being king, isn't it?
Fighting wars is the most important part of being king. After all, the Pope and I have dedicated ourselves to spreading Christianity throughout the entire world. Even if we have to kill every non-Christian to do it.
Exactly. So I want to join you in your campaign against the Visigoths.
Denied.
But that's not fair. You're taking Louis.
Yes, well, your brother Louis is an ideal warrior. He is strong and stupid. You, on the other hand, are educated.
And for what? Father, you're dedicated to something. I just want to be dedicated to something too, with all my heart and soul, something extraordinary. Otherwise my life won't have any meaning at all.
So you want your life to have meaning?
Yes, I do.
That's very ambitious of you, Pippin. Denied.
But Father!
Denied!
Father, you created an entire kingdom out of nothing. And now I want my chance. My chance to fight for my country, for my family, and for my king.
Oh. Well then, very well, grab yourself a decent helmet and come along.
I'm a soldier!
Yes, you are.
Me, a warrior. Finally a chance to do something important. A chance to use my sword, my arm, and maybe even my blood.
Gentlemen, be seated. Map. Now, the main factor in tomorrow's battle against the Visigoths...
Ha! Visigoths!
Jesus. Oh. Is the terrain. Now, look at this map. Study it closely.
Father, if we're braver and stronger than they are and have God on our side, why don't we just go out there and slaughter them?
Pippin, war is a science that a general must use with stratagems and strategies, statistical analyses, to know how many soldiers he's prepared to lose. Now, gentlemen, here is the plan for tomorrow's skirmish. The army of the enemy is stationed on the hill, so we've got to bring them down here where they're easier to kill. Our men in the ravine, that's this area in green, will move across the valley where they plainly can be seen. Then our enemy in blue will undoubtedly pursue and hope to keep our losses to comparatively few. And then, and gentlemen,
And then the men go marching out into the fray, conquering the enemy and carrying the day. Hark, the blood is pounding in our ears. Jubilations, we can hear a grateful nation.
Pippin, sit down immediately. Now, where was I? Ah, yes. A general accepts that war is hell and even worse. He must never be too cautious or too casualty averse. Certain the majority of blood that you will spatter be theirs with just a minimum of damage that's collateral. And when up for success, one must also pay the price. Swear by my success, you will sacrifice. And then, and gentlemen,
And then the men go marching out into the fray. Conquer. Sorry, Father, it won't happen again.
I don't want to hear it. Now the time is short, and I'll have to speed the whole damn thing up. Now listen to me, men, as I endeavor to explain what separates a charlatan from a Charlemagne. Rule known to generals, illustrious and various, pompous and a Pompey, and more daring than a Darius. A little rule that every leader knows by heart. It's smarter to be lucky than it's lucky to be smart. And then, and gentlemen, and then. Now, Pippin, now!
And then the men show out into the fray, conquering the enemy and carrying the day.
Part the blood is pounding in our ears. Jubilation, we can hear a great formation.
Cheers!
Louis, Pippin, it's time.
I know you. I will make you proud of me again, Father.
I will try not to disgrace you, sir.
Follow me.
Battles, barbarous and bloody. Glory, 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 glory. Praise be to Charles our Lord. Triumphant is his sword. Allegiance is his word. Glory, 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 glory. Blood. Blood, yes indeed. Blood is red as sunset. Blood is warmer than wine. Warmer than wine. The taste of salty summer brine. Steel. Steel. Hot steel is cold as moonlight. Hot steel is sharper than sight. Sharper than sight. The touch of bitter winter wine. Shout it out from the highest tower. Shout it out in the darkest hour. Charlemagne, he will lead us on to power. War! War! War is strict as Jesus. War is finer than spring. service to Christ and to our King. Shout it out from the highest tower, shout it out in the darkest hour. Charlemagne, you lead us on to power. Ta-da! War is strict as Jesus. War is finer than spring. You ain't seen nothing yet, folks. The gates of heaven away, thrown open wide by Charles the Great. Glory, 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 glory. Glory!
We've won!
We won.
I killed 40 of them myself, Father.
Yes, you and Pippin both did very well. Well, now we rape and sack. Yes, it is required, and singing is essential to victory.
And then the men go march.
marching out into the fray. Conquering
Pippin,
the
you're not
enemy,
singing.
carrying the day. Hark, the blood is pounding in our ears. Jubilation.
Give thanks to God for granting us this victory.
Guess it's a little late to wonder who this man was.
It is a little late, but since you asked, I'm just a man. A visigoth, but a good man. A very good man.
You're also a very lucky man. You've had the privilege of dying for your king.
Words fail me.
You know, of course, dying in battle like this, you'll be going straight to Valhalla, or wherever you infidels go.
Oh yes, the king has assured us personally. Although this waiting around's got me a bit edgy.
This wasn't your first battle, was it?
No, me third.
Then maybe you could tell me. How did this battle compare with your other two?
Well, unless you get killed, one battle's pretty much like another.
I was afraid you'd say that.
Pippin, where are you?
I hope you get to Valhalla soon.
Hope you get to heaven.
Oh, I will.
Pippin, this is embarrassing. A victory celebration and my own son not joining in.
Sorry, Father. You'll have to get used to victory celebrations without me. I thought there'd be more plumes. Rivers belong where they can ramble. Eagles belong where they can fly. I've got to be where my spirit can run free. Gotta find my corner of the sky.
Well, I'll sing you a story of a sorrowful lad. Had everything he wanted, didn't want what he had. He had wealth and health and name and fame and all of that noise. He didn't have none of those simple joys. His life seemed purposeless and flat. Aren't you glad you don't feel like that? Later! So he ran from all the deeds he'd done. He ran from things he'd just begun. He ran from himself, which is mighty far to run, out into the country where he played as a boy. He knew he had to find him some simple joys. He wanted someplace warm and green. We all could use a change of scene. Sweet summer evenings, hot wine and bread. Sharing your supper, you're sharing your bed. Simple joys have a simple voice that says, why not? Go ahead! And wouldn't you rather be a left-handed flea or a crab on a slab at the bottom of the sea than a man who never learns how to be free? Nothing is cold and dead. Sweet summer evenings, so full of sound. Gaining a lover, you're gaining a pound. Simple joys have a simple voice that says, take a look around. And wouldn't you rather be a left-handed flea or a crab on a slab at the bottom of the sea? A newt on the root of a banyan tree, and a man who never learns how to be free. Nathalie's underground.
Hi!
Enter Bertha.
Hello!
Pippin's grandmother. Warm, strong,
Still attractive.
still attractive. Charlemagne's mother, exiled from court.
Due to a personality conflict with her daughter-in-law, Fastrada.
Now living in the country where she enjoys those sweet summer evenings, the sapphire skies, feasting her belly, she's feasting her eyes. Simple choice, have a simple voice. It says time is living's prize. And wouldn't you rather be a left-handed flea or a crab on a slab at the bottom of the sea? A newt on the root of a banyan tree, or big on the twig in Galilee, and a man who never learns how to be free. Not to the day, not to the day, not to the day, not to the day he dies. Hey Pippin, go and see your grandma. She is over there, yeah. Na 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 na.
Grandma!
I hate needlepoint. Feh.
But you're so good at it.
Pippin! Oh, Pippin! I can't believe it. It's so good to see you and hold you the way I used to.
Grandma, you look great.
No, I don't. I look terrible.
No, you look great.
No, I don't. I look terrible.
All right, fine. You look terrible.
Is that any way to talk to your grandma? But actually, Pippin, you look terrible. You need some fresh air, some good food, some hanky-panky.
I don't know what I need.
I know what I need. Some nice juicy gossip. Oh, you gotta tell me what's going on at court. Is Fastrada still leading your father around by the nose?
Grandma, you haven't changed a bit.
Oh, but you have, Pippin. What have you been doing with yourself?
Well, I went to war.
Oh, that explains it.
I tried to own my own manhood, you know, give my blood back. I wanted to do something important, something meaningful, but that wasn't it. So now I just feel empty and vacant. So I think I need a plan. Yeah, that's it, a goal and a plan. Well, I have a goal, I want to be fulfilled, but a good plan, that's what I've been thinking of. Because you can't just go rushing into whatever comes along and hope for the best. But on the other hand, you can't just wait around wasting time and expect something to fall into your lap.
Oh, Pippin, stop! You lost me in the middle there. Stop thinking. You think too much. That's your problem. You have to learn to live in the moment. Oh, look at this day. Look at it. The sun is shining. The air is warm. And maybe tonight, down at the tavern, there's this lovely young girl you could hook up with and do all those things you kids do and then come back and tell me about it in graphic detail.
Grandma, I don't have time for that.
Time? Pippin, you listen to me. I am an expert on time. Thank you. When you are as old as I, my dear, and I hope that you never are, you may painfully wonder why, my dear, through your cataracts and catarrh, you may squander away or sequester a drop of a precious year. But when your best days are yester, the rest are twice as dear. What good is a field on a fine summer night if you sit all alone in the weeds? Or a succulent pear if with each juicy bite you spit out your teeth with the seeds? Phooey! Before it's too late, stop trying to wait for fortune and fame you're secure of. For there's one thing to be sure of, mate. There's nothing to be sure of. Oh, it's time to start living. Time to take a little from the world we're given. Time to take time, for spring will turn to fall in just no time at all.
But Grandma, it's time that I'm worried about.
Now, Pippin, you sit down and don't say anything until I'm finished. I've still got 3 more choruses to do. Of course, you may join in with me if you like. And that goes for all of you, too. All of you out there staring at me, looking dumbfounded. But only the choruses, the verses are all mine. I never wondered if I was afraid when there was a challenge to take. I never thought about how much much I weighed when there was still one piece of cake. Well, maybe it's meant the hours I've spent feeling broken and bent and unwell. But there's still no cure, so heaven sent as a chance to raise some hell. Everybody, oh, it's time to start living. Time to take a little from the world we're given. Time to take time, but spring will turn to fall in just no time at all. Shh! Verse! Sages tweet that age is sweet. Good deeds and good works bring you laurels. But what could make you feel more obsolete than being noted for your morals? Phooey! Give me a man who is handsome and strong, someone who's stalwart and steady. Give me a night that's romantic and long, then give me a month to get ready. Oh, I could waylay some aging roue and persuade him to play in some cranny. But it's hard to believe I'm being led astray by a man who calls me Granny. Now everybody this time, 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, it's time to start living. Time to take a little from the world we're given. Time to take time, but spring will turn to fall in just no time at all. Keep with me. So when the drearies do attack and a siege of the sads begins, I throw these regal shoulders back and lift these noble chins. There is a secret I never have told. Maybe you'll understand why. I believe if I refuse to grow old, I can stay young till I die. I've known the fears of 66 years. I've had troubles and tears by the score. But the only thing I trade them for is 67 more. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, it's time to start living. Time to take a little from the world we're given. Time to take time, but spring will turn to fall in just no time at all. Thank you, everybody. You have been a wonderful audience. Thank you. But I'd like to sing this one to Pippin. Oh, it's time to keep living, time to keep taking from the world we're given. You are my time, so I'll throw off my shawl. And watching you keep summer makes me feel young in just no time at all. Remember that, Pippin?
That's my grandma. And she's absolutely right. It's time for me to start living. Maybe that's the secret to life. Just live in the moment. Enjoy the simple things. The fresh air, the cool, clean water, the fresh fruit off of the... Oh yeah. And women. Of course. Women.
Sex presented pastorally.
My days are brighter than morning air, evergreen pine and autumn blue. But all my days were twice as fair if I could share my days with you. Excuse me. My nights are warmer than fire coals, incense and stars and smoke bamboo. But nights were warm beyond compare if I could share my nights with you. dreams to shine when I need the sun. With you to hold me when dreams are done. And my dearest love, if you will take my love, then all my dreams are truly begun. And time weaves ribbons of memory to sweeten life when youth is through. But I would need no memories there if I could share my life with you.
Enough! Leave me alone!
You're not fun.
Seriously?
Boy, when you frolic, you really frolic, don't you? Well, how do you feel now?
I feel empty and vacant.
Oh, I don't know. That kind of looked like fun to me. You know, that thing you were doing.
It wasn't fulfilling. Why can't I find something completely fulfilling?
Hey, you just got started. I mean, there's lots of things you can try.
Like what?
Like taking a look at this.
Peasants revolt. King slays thousands? Peasants protesting a rise in taxes were slaughtered yesterday by Charlemagne's soldiers. That can't be true.
Now, would a newspaper print something that wasn't true?
My father would never slaughter people just for protesting.
Why not? He's the king. Oh, hey, look. King Charlemagne today has given orders that non-believers be given the choice between baptism and beheading.
Wait a minute. Forcing people to believe, telling them what to think? Something's got to be done about this.
You're absolutely right.
I'm finally beginning to see what my father really is. He forces people to fight and die over land that doesn't even belong to them.
He does!
Well, I think this has got to stop.
It has got to stop.
It's time for a change.
Damn it! It is time for a change.
You know, it doesn't even matter that he's my father. We can't just wait around for someone else to take action. Otherwise, one day we'll look around and ask, what happened? What happened is we failed to act.
Testing. 1, 2. Sibilance.
It's time to make a better world for all people, not just the rich and powerful. This tyrant must be overthrown.
That's right, he must be overthrown.
We need a leader with the youth and courage to sweep out the old order.
That's what I've been telling you, all people.
Down with Charles. Up with me.
Revolution!
Revolution!
That's right, boy.
Terrible. A son speaking against his very own father that way. In fear of my beloved husband's life, I brought Pippin's activities to his attention. Pippin is disloyal to you, my lord.
Every son is disloyal to his father at one time or another, my lady.
But Louis loves you, my lord.
Louis is an asshole, my lady.
Despite this rejection, I took upon my tiny shoulders the task of effecting a rapprochement between two men for whom I felt deeply. Back in my younger days, if things were going wrong, I might sulk, I might pout. Now I learned if I just pitch in and do what's right, things will always work out. And if we all could spread a little sunshine, oh, could light a little fire, we all would be a little closer to our heart's desire. My lord?
My lady?
Will you be praying at Arles next month?
No, I don't think so, my lady.
Oh, but my lord, you always feel so much better after your yearly prayer.
I do?
Yes, you do. I sought out Pippin. Your father loves you, Pippin!
Freedom and dignity for all men is more important than the love between one father and one son.
Still, your name will be on his lips when he prays. At Arles. Next month. Alone.
Alone?
And unguarded.
What date?
The 15th. Pippin! I beg you to bring this estrangement to an end.
I intend to.
May I tell your father of this resolve?
No. Let it be a surprise.
A surprise? I love surprises.
Mama, if Pippin kills Father...
You'll be next in line for the throne, darling.
Yes, but if Father discovers Pippin's plot and has him executed...
You'll be next in line for the throne, darling.
Mama, you know what this means? No matter what, I move up.
Yes, darling. I know the parables told in the holy book I keep close on my shelf. God's wisdom teaches me when I help others, I'm really helping myself. And if we all could spread a little sunshine, or could lend a helping hand, we all would be a little closer to the promised land.
Well, I am off to Arles to pray.
Safe travels, Father!
Goodbye!
Goodbye, my lord!
Oh, God!
Oh my! Events move so swiftly, it's hard for a simple plummet like me to keep up. But something tells me that one day, soon, I will be able to say what every mother wants to say. My son, the king! housewife and mother. Just like all you housewives and mothers out there.
Intrigue, plots to bring disaster. The Chaplet Office.
It's all right, Father. You may come in.
I'm sorry to disturb you, my son. I know you like to pray alone.
You know who I am, Father.
Of course, my son.
You want something from me? Perhaps a favor? Advancement?
I'm here to be with you for one moment, to look into your eyes.
And what do you see?
I see two eyes, a little cloudy with age, a sunset.
And what else?
I see the death of thousands, the slavery of more, terror and bloodshed.
You see all that in my eyes?
Do you deny it?
Deny it? I am proud of it. I brought order out of chaos. If terror and bloodshed were necessary to achieve that order, then so be it.
Those are words from the past. Time has passed you by, my son.
And your time has come, my son?
Yes, Father.
It is very easy from where you stand to judge the things that I have done. Eagles, ospreys, even vultures had a better view. But when I marched, the dust of the road was in my mouth. And when I fought, the blood of the enemy was in my eye. And by God, I blew my breath across a continent and shaped an empire with it.
Bravo, Charles. That was beautiful.
You really think so?
Oh, I loved it. And they loved it too, huh?
Thank you.
Father, maybe you did the best you could, but things have to change.
And you're the one to change them.
Yes, I am.
Well, if you truly believe that, there is only one thing left for you to do.
Thank you, I brought my own.
Then use it, or leave me to my prayers.
What do you pray for, Father?
Strength, and may God give you the same. Oh! 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 Where's my march?
Anywhere, just die.
Oh! Oh!
Why won't my hand stop shaking when all the earth is still? When ancient ghosts are waking, so many steps need taking, so many plans need making. I think I will. I think I will.
Your Majesty!
King Pippin!
Your Majesty!
Your Highness!
King Pippin!
Morning glow starts to glimmer when you know winds of change are set to blow and sweep this whole land through. Morning glow is long past Morning glow, fill the earth. Come and shine for all your worth. We'll be present at the birth of all faith looking on. Morning
Pippin, Emperor of the Holy Roman Empire, is prepared to hear petitions.
Come ahead, you will all be dealt with fairly. My invitation extends to high and low alike.
Sire,
You may stand. You may all stand.
Oy vey, thank God, my freaking knees are killing me.
Sire, I'm just a poor man from a poor family. A servant, in fact. I own not 1 millimeter of land on which I've worked all my life. Is that fair?
No, that's completely unfair. But I will do something about it. I hereby decree that from now on, all peasants shall own the land they cultivate.
King Pippin the Just.
Sire, now that you're giving your lands to the peasants, we loyal nobles have no further income. Therefore, we can no longer pay taxes.
Well then, I abolish taxes.
King Pippin the Generous.
Sire, you realize without taxes you'll have no way to support an army.
That's all right, I don't need an army. That's it, no more taxes, no more army.
King Pippin the Peaceful.
Pippin. Sire, it is my duty to inform you that the infidel Hun has attacked in the east. He has destroyed 3 villages, raped hundreds of women, and murdered thousands of your royal subjects.
So I guess that's okay. Can he do that?
He has. But he will withdraw on one condition.
That's very reasonable. I'm certainly willing to make some small concession. What's the condition?
He demands your reproductive organs on a pike staff.
Oh. Well then, I guess you'll just have to go out and destroy the infidel.
But, sire, I have no men to wage a campaign, I have no money for supplies, I have no army.
Good point. Excuse me a moment. Nobles? You remember that decree I made a little while ago about land and taxes? That's off.
Okay, so you want me to pay taxes and raise an army?
That's right.
Sire, without any land, I have no money and no power over the peasants.
Oh, yeah. Peasants! I hereby suspend land reform.
Suspend land reform? You mean give it back?
That's right, give it back.
Up yours, sire!
Take that man away and hang him!
Oh, not again!
No, wait, stop. Just let me think a minute, please.
Darling, you're a born ruler. You're doing a wonderful job. Nothing has changed since your father died. Now, about my royal allowance.
King Pippin the Unpopular.
Get out of my chapel! I want to pray.
All right.
Pray. You're the king. What in the world would you pray for?
Strength?
Is there anything else you'd like?
Yeah, I'd like to give my father his job back.
Hey! You want it. You got it.
Sorry, Father.
It's all right, son. Just don't let it happen again.
Well, damn it! Nothing turns out the way I thought it would. I'm getting old. Very old. And I still haven't done anything special with my life.
Well then, Pippin, maybe it's time.
Time?
For the finale!
What's going on? What is this?
Think about your life, Pippin. The finale. Think about the dreams you planned. Think about the moment that's so close at hand.
Yes, think! I need to think!
Pippin! Pippin, where are you going? The finale, Pippin!
I have to think!
No?
No, not now, you idiot! Look, he's just not ready yet. It's gonna take a little longer than we thought. You better get Catherine ready. We're gonna need her. But don't you worry. We won't disappoint you. We never disappoint. We promised you a finale justly famous throughout the civilized world, and that's what you're going to get. We got magic to do, just for you. We got miracle ways to play as we go along. Trust me, our way.
Gotta find my corner. Gotta find my corner.
Hey!
The sky.
Hey, there you are. How you doing? You need anything? Anything at all?
I'd like some peace and quiet so I could think, if you don't mind.
Pippin, you may not believe it, but everything's going exactly according to plan.
It is.
Of course it is. Pippin, come here. Come. You look frenzied, you look frazzled, peaked as any owl, flushed and rushed and razzle-dazzled. Dry your lips, damp your scalp. Now I can see you're in a rut in disarray, and I'm not one to butt in, but in fact, I must say, if you take it easy, trust a while, don't look blue, don't look back, you'll pull through in just a while, 'cause you're on the right track.
On the
Yeah, babe.
right track.
Take it easy.
On the right track. On the
Take it easy.
right track. On the right track.
Easy. Why be flurried?
Flustered.
Keep those.
Hopes aloft.
Keep cool as custard.
Trying hard.
Sipping soft.
There's no trick to staying sensible, despite each cul-de-sac, cause each step's indispensable when you're on
The right track.
on the
Yeah, babe.
right track.
Take it easy.
On the right track.
Sonny.
On the
Take it easy.
right track. On the
Sonny. Take
right
it easy. The man is back. He jumped back into life with his usual zest. First, he tried out the creative life, and you know something? He wasn't too bad. But what he discovered was...
When the king makes budget cuts, the arts are the first to go.
Then he dedicated himself to the church, the religious life. He longed to be touched by an angel. But what he found out was...
It wasn't an angel who touched me.
Many, when things get dank, will feel their grip. Go we stay, tranquil spirits high, pulses low.
But what I've left behind looks trifling. What's ahead looks black. Am I doomed to spend my life lingering on?
Lingering on.
Lingering on.
Lingering on.
Never find it! Never, 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 never! Shit!
Easy, baby. You're on the right track. Enter Catherine. Enter Catherine.
Sorry, I couldn't get my shoe on.
How long have you been playing this role?
I know, I'm sorry.
That's all right. Take your time.
Okay, I'm almost there.
Yeah, it's not like there's an audience or anything. That's okay. Please, by all means, do that out here.
Okay, I'm ready.
Oh, good. I'm so glad. That's wonderful. Enter Catherine. Please, it's not necessary. A lovely young widow. A lovely widow.
When I first saw Pippin, he was lying by the side of the road. He didn't know where he was. And he looked so exhausted and lost it. The man had obviously lost the will to live. So the first thing I had to do was to get him interested in something to restore his faith in life, something like me. So I said, pick him up, put him to bed, see that he's bathed and clothed and fed. You may ask, how could I foretell he'd clean up oh so very well? But it was no surprise when I raised my eyes, and there he was. Well, Pippin, I'm sure there are many things you'd like to know about me, aren't there?
No.
Oh, good. My name is Catherine. I am a widow. I have a son. I own this estate. I'm your average, ordinary kind of woman. Competent and neat, making life a treat. Others as nice, you meet often, I know. At least once or twice every lifetime or so. I'm your everyday, customary kind of woman. Practical as salt, modest to a fault, conservative with a budget, liberal with a meal. Just your average ideal. My telling you this may seem sudden and strange. It It may not interest you much at all right now, but things change. Things change. Still, I'll understand if I'm not your kind of woman. Anyone can make one terrible mistake, and I've no special glamour, no bait I can twirl, for I'm just a plain, everyday, commonplace, come what may, average, ordinary, wonderful girl. Okay. Thanks, girls. Okay. Thank you. Thanks. God! What a challenge! I was somehow determined to pierce that dedicated apathy. Now, I found that no man, no matter what his condition, can resist the charm of a growing boy. So, I sent my son Theo to him.
Enter Theo. A lovable boy and his lovable duck.
Pippin! Pippin! Say hello to my duck.
How do you do?
Guess his name.
Augustus?
Wrong. His name's Otto. You're not very smart.
I'm smart enough to know that a duck belongs in a pond and not in my bed.
Bite me.
Pippin, you've been lying in this bed for 7 days now. What is the matter with you?
It's nothing you could possibly understand.
Well, try me. Give me a chance.
All right. I have been searching and searching for something important and fulfilling to do with my life, and I've tried everything I can think of, and I haven't even come close, so I am in utter, abject, complete despair.
And that's it?
Yeah, that's it.
Pippin, let me tell you something about despair. I loved my husband very much. The years we spent together were the happiest years of my life. And then, one day, he was struck by fever. And when his hand went cold in mine, I too felt my life was over. I was overcome by the deepest despair. I took to my bed for 5 days. But on the 6th day, I got up. There were things to be done, an estate to be run, a boy to raise. Pippin, this is such a large estate. I'm all alone here, and I can't possibly do all this work by myself. Couldn't you please help me?
Hold it! Hold it! Actresses.
The script says you're supposed to read that line, naggingly.
But he put his hand on my face. They don't usually do that.
I don't care where he puts his hand. You read the line naggingly. Look, you're almost too old for this role. So you better watch it. I got my eyes on you.
Well, Pippin was finally out of bed and working, and slowly he became part of everything, part of our everyday lives.
How often do we do this?
Every day.
Every day? Every day, that's exciting.
For a while, Pippin didn't show much enthusiasm for the work, but as time went on, he showed absolutely no enthusiasm at all.
Keep up the good work, men! What? What are you looking at?
Nothing. Oh, Pippin, there is something. The roof on the chicken house has sprung a leak. If you could get to that tomorrow, and the field needs plowing, and the chimney needs bricks, and the pigsty is a sty. Thank you.
I know that look. That's the look of a widow with a son and a large estate and nobody to sit at the head of the table. But that's not me. You hear me? That's not me! Patching the roof and pitching the hay is not my idea of a perfect day. When you're extraordinary, you gotta do extraordinary things. I'm not the type who loses sleep over the size of the compost heap. When you're extraordinary, you think about extraordinary things. That's the reason I'll never be the kind of man who dwells on how moths got into the tapestry or why the dungeon smells. Oh, it's hard to feel special, it's hard to feel big, feeding the turtle and walking the pig. It's so secondary for someone who is very extraordinary like me. If the moat won't stop leaking and the goat won't stop shrieking and the griffin keeps losing its hair, if the west wing is rotting and her best wine is clotting, well, I'm terribly sorry, but I don't care. I gotta be someone who lives all of his life in superlatives. I'm extraordinary. I need to do extraordinary things. The fact that I'm special is easy to see, so why doesn't anybody see but me? I'm extraordinary. I need to do extraordinary things. Oh, give me my chance and give me my wings, and don't make me think about everyday things. It's unnecessary for someone who is very extraordinary. Like me! That's it, I'm leaving and I'm getting out!
And then Theo's duck got sick.
Pippin, Otto is sick.
Oh, that's too bad, Theo. I'm sorry.
Pippin, this is the first time he's come to you for help.
Could you look at him, please?
Theo, I don't know anything about ducks.
Please, Pippin, try.
All right, let me have a look at him.
Now say something hopeful.
This is a very sick duck. I'm sorry, Theo, there's nothing I can do for him. Theo! Wait a minute. Come here. Come and kneel down here next to me.
It was like a painting. Man and boy and duck at prayer.
His breath has ebbed, his pulse is low, his feet are webbed, but even so, you must know that although our tears are poised to burst, we've kept our faith warm through the worst. We haven't cursed our luck or run amok. To prayer we've stuck. Please reward our
Luck?
pluck. And save this duck.
They prayed all day. And then, just after sunset, the duck died.
I'm sorry, Theo. Hey, Theo, wait a minute. We could just go to the pond and get a new duck. Why did the goddamn duck have to die?
And then, an interesting thing happened. Theo plunged himself into monumental despair, while Pippin, that prince of despair, dedicated himself to raising the boy's spirits.
Theo! Hey, Theo, we're going out to thresh some grain right now. We need another good man. Another time, maybe.
But Pippin showed remarkable persistence. When one thing failed, he tried another.
Theo! Hey, Theo, look what I made for you. Listen to this. If you want, I could teach you how...
Well, most men would have given up, but Pippin, with amazing perseverance, tried yet another way.
Theo, you're not going to believe what I got for you. In the count of 3, you can turn around and look. 1, 2, 3.
That's not a duck! Dumbass!
Did I say it was a duck? Yeah, go on. You were a flop. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
No, it was my fault.
Nope. It's been a long time for me.
I just forgot. You know, I think...
Yes?
It'll be better
Next time?
next time. I think we're gonna skip part of this. Nothing much really happens. You know, a little bit of this, a little bit of that, a whole lot of that. But the seasons changed as they always do. And the days were filled with those everyday things. Seeds to be sown, fences to be mended, and finally, a love song to be sung.
Sitting on the floor and talking till dawn.
Candles and confidences.
Trading old beliefs and humming old songs.
And lowering old defenses.
Singing a love
song. La 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 la. Love song. La 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 la.
Private little jokes and silly dead names.
Lavender soap and lotions.
All of the cliches and all of the games.
And all of the strange emotions.
Singing a love
song. La 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 la. Love song. when the sum of the parts is made of.
Well, if it's true of anything, it's true of love. 'Cause how can you define a look or a touch?
How can you weigh a feeling?
Taken by themselves, no, they don't mean much. Together they send you reeling into a love song. La 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 la. Love song. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la.
Close your eyes.
Why?
Because we've got a surprise.
We've got a surprise.
We've got a surprise.
I usually don't like surprises.
Well, you'll like this one. Okay, you can look now. Ta-da! Quince pudding flambe. Oh, I haven't made it for years, but I thought for this special occasion.
What special occasion?
Well, 1 year ago today, you arrived here. So Theo and I thought we would celebrate with a little party. So I made this, and Theo made you a new flute.
Theo? Thank you. It's beautiful. I don't know what to say.
Well, let me say something then. In the year that you've been with us, a lot of water has flown under the dam, and...
Over the dam. Water flows over a dam.
I know, I seem to be a little bit confused.
I can see that. Why don't you just try sticking to the part?
I will. In the year that you've been with us, a lot of water has flown over the dam. You've come to mean a very great deal to me, to us, to our very ordinary lives. So I would just like to say for me and for Theo, we're very glad you're here. We have so many good years ahead of us. Well, sit here. Sit right at the head of the table. Well, isn't anybody going to eat my pudding?
I am.
I can't stay here.
Pippin?
I'm sorry. I have to go.
Why?
Because this isn't enough. Because life has got to be more than ducks that die and leaking roofs and flaming Quince pudding.
Are you sure?
And I'm not going to be stuck doing the same damn thing every day.
And night?
Don't you see? There has to be something more than this. There has to be.
Maybe there isn't anymore.
I know there is. Rivers belong where they can ramble.
I loved my husband very much. The years we spent together were the happiest years of my life. And then one day he was struck by fever. And when his hand went cold in mine, I too thought my life was over. I was overcome by the deepest despair. I took to my bed for 5 days. But on the 6th day, I got up and... Wait. Could you hold the lights for a minute, please? Thank you. I guess I'll miss the man. Explain it, if you can. His face was far from fine.
What are you doing?
But still, I'll miss his face and wonder if he's missing mine.
You don't have a song here.
I do now. Some days he wouldn't say a pleasant word all day. Some days he'd scowl and curse, but there were other days when he was really even worse. Some men are heroes, some men outshine the sun, some men are simple good men. This man wasn't one, and I won't miss his moods, his gloomy solitudes, his blunt, abrasive style. But please, don't get me wrong, he was the best to come along in a long, long while.
Well, Pippin, I guess you finally realized what we all knew from the beginning.
What's that?
That your search for meaning and fulfillment was doomed from the start.
Nothing ever turns out the way you think it's going to.
It's all flawed in one way or another.
Isn't that true?
Nothing has been completely fulfilling now, has it, Pippin? Has it?
No. I guess there's nothing.
Wait. Wait a minute. There is something, Pippin.
There is?
Yes. Of course there is.
What? The only completely perfect act in our repertoire. The finale!
Excuse me. Now?
Now.
Yes!
That's the finale? That was just a trick!
When he does it, it's just a trick. When you do it, it'll be for real.
When I do it?
Yes.
You mean you want me to... Wait a minute.
You will step into that flame, Pippin.
Become part of that flame.
Be engulfed by that flame.
Become flame itself.
And for one moment shine with unequaled brilliance.
And in that flame, you'll become a glorious synthesis of life and death.
And life again.
Ladies and gentlemen, presenting the great Pippin in our grand finale, justly famous throughout the civilized world.
Look, if this finale is so spectacular, why doesn't one of you do it?
Look, we're just your everyday men and women.
Just your ordinary people that keep this whole world spinning. I mean, hell,
We're nothing. But you, Pippin, you're an extraordinary human being with extraordinary aspirations and dreams.
You deserve an extraordinary climb and an unparalleled finale.
it's everything you've been looking for. Profound meaning.
Complete and ultimate fulfillment. Perfection.
Like the sun blazing from the sky.
Like the sun at its zenith. Think about the sun, Pippin. Think about her golden glance. How she lights the world up well. Now it's your chance, with the guardian of splendor inviting you to dance. Pippin, think about the sun. Now, it's time. It's time.
Do it! It's just that if this isn't it, I'm gonna have a tough time trying something else.
Pippin, you lack a certain amount of poise.
Think of the glory.
Imagine the simple joy.
The feeling of power.
The radiance.
Like the glow of morning.
Think of the word of mouth.
Think about your life, Pippin.
Days are tame and nights the same.
Now think about the beauty in one perfect flame. And the angels of the morning are calling out your name. Pippin, think about the sun.
More lights, perhaps?
You want more lights? You got 'em. Let's give this angel some light.
Think about your life. Pippin, think about the dreams you had.
Think about the moment that's so close at hand, when the power and the glory are there at your command. Pippin, think about your God. Think about the sun. Pippin, think about her golden glance. How she lights the world up. Well, now it's your chance. With the guardian splendor inviting you to dance. Pippin, think about the sun. Think about your life. Pippin, think about the think about the moment that's so close at hand, when the power and the glory are there at your command. The power and the glory are there at your command. The power and the glory are there at your command. Pippin, think about your life. Rivers belong where they can ramble. Eagles belong where they can fly.
I'm not a river or a giant bird that soars to the sea. And if I'm never tied to anything, I'll never be free.
What the hell are you doing out here? Pippin, Pippin, stop with this nonsense, Pippin, and get on with the finale, Pippin, the finale!
The finale, Pippin, the finale!
Coward!
Compromiser!
Ordinary!
I wanted magic shows and miracles, mirages to touch. I wanted such a little thing from life. I wanted so much. I never came close, my love. We nearly came near. It never was there. I think it was here.
All right, Pippin, all right. You'll see what life is like without us. The sets, take them out. The lights, the reds, the yellows, the pinks, out, now! Well, that's not too flattering, now is it, Pippin? Costumes, get their costumes, take them off, and her wig! Move it! Look around you, Pippin. How do things look to you now, huh?
You showed me crimson, gold, and lavender, a shining parade.
A mole, Pippin. She has got a mole on her face. You're gonna spend the rest of your life with a woman with a mole.
But there's no color I can have on earth that won't finally fade.
Do you know what he's gonna cost you?
When I wanted worlds to paint.
Is this how you want to live, baby?
And costumes to wear.
No costumes.
It always was here.
No lights. No makeup.
'Cause it never was there.
And no magic. Ladies and gentlemen, we apologize for our inability to bring you the grand finale that we promised. It seems our extraordinary young man has elected to compromise his aspirations and go completely off script. But I know that there are many of you out there, extraordinary people, exceptional people, who would gladly trade your ordinary lives for the chance to do one perfect act. Our grand finale. Now, should you decide to do so, we'll be there for you, waiting. Anytime you want to swipe, boy, we're right inside your heads. And we promise you sets, costumes, lights, magic, and a short but spectacular career. One person. That's all we need. I told you there might be audience participation. Not one person. Not one person in this whole room is extraordinary. All right, out! Everybody out! Orchestra, pack up your fiddles, your guitars, go home. Take out the rest of the lights. Take your damn hands off that keyboard! You try singing without music, sweetheart.
I wanted magic shows and miracles, mirages to touch. I wanted such a little thing from life. I wanted so much. I never came close, my love. We nearly came near. It never was there. It always was here.
Rivers belong where they can ramble. Eagles belong where they can fly. I've got to be where my spirit can run free. To find my corner of the sky.